Hello everyone, this is Jason from Primetime Aquatics, and we've been doing a lot of educational videos lately, and I wanted to take a step back and just enjoy some of the really cool fish in the fish room. I hope you do too. These are fish that I am really excited about. Appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoy the video. So I don't think I can do this video without showing you these amazing fish. These are the Albino Heckleeye that we have. This is a 75-gallon tank, and there are 6 of them in this tank, and it's pretty much their tank. There are a few other fish in here, but they're mostly just plecos. We have a clown pleco in this tank, a standard bristlenose, and then we also have a snowball pleco. But this really is for them, and they are amazing fish. They are always right up at the front of the glass, just as you see here, waiting for me to come down, waiting for food. I believe we most likely have 6 males, which is unfortunate because I'd really love to breed these fish, but I don't think we've got any females. It's taken them a little while to grow up, as you can imagine, with the Aquatics and also the Geophagus-like fish. They don't grow very fast, and so right now they're about maybe 4 inches or so, and they've got a ways to go. And as they get older, they're going to look even better, but they're already showing fantastic color. You can see the ultra long trailers on their dorsal fins even at this smaller size, and they are truly amazing fish. And at some point I could definitely see us moving these guys to a 125, so I don't think this is going to be their permanent home. It's just a place where they can get a little larger and grow up. This is another fish I'm really excited about. These are red Tail Botias. Basically, if you kind of think about a clown loach, that's pretty much what you're getting out of these guys, except they don't get nearly as large. They're going to max out right around 5 or 6 inches or so, maybe not even quite that big. And you can see they got a really pretty blue body, a nice red tail, dorsal fin. In fact, at one point we had mentioned this might be a good replacement for those of you who are thinking about doing a red tail shark. These tend to be less aggressive than they are. They're in a 40-gallon breeder right now. This is the same 40-gallon breeder that is home to our pair of red spot gold severums. I figured I'd put 5 or so, or there's 5 in this particular tank, just kind of let them hang out. We actually purchased a bunch of them and sold a bunch at the swap, and then I wanted to keep a group back just because I really like these fish. You can see they're goofy. For some reason, they think that swimming around the filter is a fun thing to do, and they spend a lot of time doing it. This next one is definitely going to be different. It's going to be the outlier most likely in my group of fish that I'm really enjoying, but Joanna set up this 14-gallon bow front. I'll put a link to this in the upper right-hand corner as well as in the description below if you want to see more information. I love this tank. It's probably my favorite tank in the fish room just looking at it. But the fish, the Galaxy Rasboras in this tank, look at how they just sparkle. They've got that nice, deep, rich color, and they've got the little spots, and they are always on the go, and they've seemed to just stake out this little area right in the middle of the tank. She built kind of like this bridge pathway sort of thing, and for the most part, that seems to be their area. All right, so these fish, the Geliochromis ornatus, this is a rock-dwelling cichlid from Lake Tanganyika. I love this fish. I have been very excited about it ever since we first got it, but something has happened recently that hasn't happened in quite some time. That is, they started breeding for us again. There is a group of 5 adults in this tank, and there's usually 3 on the right-hand side. You're looking at one of those 3, and then on this side, on the left-hand side, we have a pair. The female you can kind of sort of see in front of the rock, and the male's just starting to peek his head way back there. And you can actually see a couple babies in the lower left-hand corner. There's the male. And this pair, all of a sudden, in the last couple months, has been breeding like crazy because in that back corner, we've got about 3 different generations of fry, and they don't eat. The larger fry are not eating the smaller fry, which is pretty cool. And the pair has done a good job of keeping the other 3 to the other side of the tank. There's no violence or aggression really or anything like that. The other 3 know that they've got the right-hand side. The pair has the left-hand side by the sponge filter. Been feeding a lot of live baby brine to this tank to get those little fry in the back corner to grow out. you won't be able to see right now because they are absolutely tiny, but you can see some of the larger ones here. But I absolutely love this particular rock dweller. I think it is my favorite of all the Lake Tanganyika rock dwellers, just because it has that nice yellow color. And so often the Lake Tanganyika fish are more like a silvery color, which I think is cool, but I like the fact that these guys add some color to that Lake Tanganyika setup. I am really loving these fish. These are the Vieja Argentia. This is a 125. Sorry about the scratches on the glass. It's just, that's the way it is. But this is a fantastic fish. There are actually 2 of them in this tank. This is the more dominant male. There is another one on the left-hand side, and you'll see it kind of make an appearance here from time to time, a smaller, very well maybe a female. But this is a great fish. They're going to get big. They get up to about 1 foot long, and right now I would say they're about in the 6 to 7 inch range, but they're already showing this really amazing color that I absolutely love. They're in this 125 with some silver dollars. There is one filamentosas barb that was part of a larger group. And then we've got a random tiger loach in here and a handful of bristlenose plecos that we actually just added just to kind of keep the black diatom algae off the glass. You're going to see there's a little bit of black beard algae on all of the decorations. I don't really stress about it. It hasn't grown any more than what you see now in the last year or 2. So we keep the lights under control, and we keep the nitrates down to 20 parts per million or less, and it basically does that, but no more. Now, this is a fish you'd expect to see in something like this, the Geophagus altifrons. You know it's my favorite fish in the fish room, but this is not the fish I want to show you in this tank, because there's another fish that has really started to catch my attention a lot more, and that is this guy back there, and that's that Frontosa. I just recently did a species profile on Frontosa. I absolutely love these fish. Sorry for the stuff floating around the water. I scared them and they stirred a bunch of stuff up. And yes, I've combined these 2 fish. They get along fine. They've got basically the same temperament. But what I love about this Frontosa is look at the finnage. It's really starting to come in. So these are some fish we're really excited about. If you want to learn more about some of these fish, check out the description below. I'll have some species profiles down there for you. Really appreciate you being here. We'll see you in the next one.